By the way, a final thing before we wrap
Okay.
up. How long were you in with Michael Franzese?
We were. I was there almost a year with him. He had done that gas scam, and
The Russian thing.
yeah. And he, how much did he? 10 billion.
He was saying he was making $4 to $10 million a week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They wanted the money back. Well, they wanted the money, and I think he took them on a little bit wild goose chase. I don't know if he admitted that to you when he talked about it. He took them on a wild goose chase, and after about 8 months, they figured out, I think he was getting taken here in the limousine, and he was staying at this motel, and the money was coming, and he kept telling them, it's kind of like the checks in the mail.
Michael is brilliant.
Yeah, he's absolutely brilliant.
Brilliant. Who else was in with you guys?
Rosario Gambino, he was the Pizza Connection guy.
Rosario Gambino.
Yeah, he was the Pizza Connection. I was in there with some, I don't remember their names, some other guys. I was in there with the guy that was the first name in the infamous Black Book out of Vegas. He had thrown acid in somebody's face. Somebody owed a debt to the casino, and he went to collect it. And,
is it Frank Collada?
I don't know.
But he was a part of the mob?
Yeah, well, he was part of Chicago, Frank
Then
Collada.
Spilotro?
No, but I met Tony Spilotro. But I didn't. He wasn't in jail with me. Sam Sorrentino was in jail.
Frank Collada, you would have remembered. He was an ice cold
guy.
He was in the movie Casino. He's the guy that put the
I
head
know
in
who
the
he
vice.
is. Yeah, I know who he is. So I go to Vegas, 1976, 77. Make reservations at the Riviera Hotel. Old man John tells me, don't stop in Vegas, man. He goes, keep going. We're going to Cody, Wyoming.
Yeah.
I go, the guys want to stop, man. They've never been there before. So we stop in Vegas. We go to the Riviera, and they start hassling me about the reservations. So I said, I paid for these. You've taken it off my credit card. I go, we're going to stay here one way or another. And some guy shows up there, little guy. Didn't know who it was, didn't remember his name. And then when I saw the movie Casino, I realized it was Tony Spilotro that they had sent down there to tell us to get out of town. He was really rude, really aggressive. He goes, you guys need to get on those bikes and get out of town. And I said, look, man, no disrespect. I don't know who you are. You don't know who I am. I said, we're going to spend the night here, and then in the morning, we'll get on our bikes and we'll get out of town. I go, we're going to Cody, Wyoming, man. I have no interest in Las Vegas. I go, you say it's your town, it's your town. And him and I wound up spending the evening together.
Seriously?
I'm totally serious. Him and I.
What was he like?
Very serious.
By when did you know it's Tony Spilotro?
And when the movie Casino came out.
Oh, so while you're calling him Tony, but you don't know which Tony.
No, I don't know who he is. Tony Spilotro. Nobody knew who he was back then. I mean, these are mob guys that
What year is this?
1977.
That makes sense.
Yeah. So, this is a story I told at the Mob Museum. I gave a lecture at the Mob Museum once.
Beautiful place, by the way. The way they've done it is incredible.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
It's in the old Vegas, which is like the real Vegas.
And that's the courthouse.
Yes, the courthouse, yeah.
David Chesnoff handled our 2002 casino, the fight with the Mongols, who was partners with, his name escapes me, the ex-mayor.
Oscar Goodman.
Oscar Goodman. He's partnered
Good guy. Have you spent time with him?
I've talked with him.
His wife's the mayor now.
I know she is. And,
he was in for 8 or 12, and she was in for 8 or 12.
Yeah. Is she still a mayor?
Can you check to see if Oscar Goodman's wife's still the mayor? Maybe she's not.
David Chesnoff was his understudy, Goodman's understudy.
And he was in Casino. He was in the movie Casino.
Yeah, Goodman was in it. He was with Spilotro.
Yeah.
But that was exactly, Joe Pesci nailed it. That's exactly how he was. You can see he taught me how to play craps.
Tony,
yeah. He says, let's play some craps. I don't know how to play craps. And he goes, come here, I'll show you. And he was doing all these sophisticated betting. I think they were letting me win. I had a bunch of dough, and he had his eye on one of the girls that was with us, and she was with a member, but he was a character, man.
Tony Spilotro was a character. I did an interview with Tony Spilotro's hitman, Frank Collada. If you type in Frank Collada, yeah, that's Tony. But if you go to Frank Collada, Collada passed away 3 years ago. He
Right.
texted me, and then 2 months later, he passed away. When Frank Collada came to do an interview with him,
They killed him in the house, though, and then took him to the cornfield. Did he say?
Yeah, he told a lot of stories.
Yeah.
We were together for a couple hours. But this guy, when he came in, George, he comes in, and Mario, my guy, Mario says, "Hey, how are you?" He says, "Why did you come in a white car?" Mario's like, "No, we didn't." He says, "No, you did. You came in a white car with 3 people. Who are the other 3 guys?" Mario's like, "What's this guy talking?" And then he realizes they did come earlier in a while. Frank was sitting outside the entire time watching every single move to see if he was safe or not.
Well, yeah, I mean, these guys were serious about him. I mean, you don't, and he didn't like the term rat.
Who?
Collada. He got in an argument with.
So you know Collada.
Well, I didn't really know him, but I know on the set of Casino, somebody called him a rat.
Yeah.
And he took him aside. Apparently, he took him aside.
Put him in his place.
Yeah, and said, "Don't ever call me a rat again."
No, this was not a guy. You felt how cold he was.
Well, he plays one of the hitmen. They kill that guy when they're getting rid of all the. And I say, let me go back now. My first lawyer for my 1986 case was Norm Green and Alan Kaplan. They did the Stardust skimming case, and you're familiar with
Vegas.
Yeah. That's the casino.
That's your lawyers. They were your lawyers.
Yeah, and they we had given Alan Kaplan a motorcycle. The Cleveland guys gave him a motorcycle. He got in a wreck, and they amputated his foot.
Damn.
And he couldn't. He was in no shape to defend me, and the case was turned over to Barry Tarlow. But initially, it was Norm Green and Alan Kaplan. Alan did the Pizza Connection case with Rosario Gambino, who was there. So I get subpoenaed to a grand jury about Teamster money because we paid Alan $10,000 as a retainer, and they wanted to know if it had anything to do with Teamster money. I didn't go to the grand jury. My father died unexpectedly the day I was supposed to testify at the grand jury, and they excused me. The Ventura police had to call the U.S. attorney that was asking the questions at the grand jury. Did his dad really die, or is he just telling stories?
Yeah.
And he said, no, his dad did die, and they told me, we'll catch you next time. I never heard back from him.
Wow. When we set out to create a shoe that blends comfort, function, and luxury, we had the choice to make it fast. We had the choice to make it cheap. We chose neither. Instead, we chose Tuscany, Italy. We chose true Italian craftsmanship, each pair touched by 50 skilled hands. We chose patience, spending 2 years perfecting every detail, and we chose the finest quality at every step. Introducing the Future Looks Bright collection. Not rushed, not disposable, not ordinary. Rather, intentional, luxurious, timeless. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.